Hello and welcome to the Pupil channel. I am the Pupil and this is my view. Okay, so let's talk showing up. Showing up is something that I learned while I was on my self-development journey. And what it basically means is um, sh- showing up to do those things that you don't necessarily feel up to do, but you still show up because you have made a commitment to those things. Like I learned about showing up when I was watching a lot of YouTube content trying to get myself motivated. I wanted to I had these fitness goals that I wanted to reach, and I was struggling with that because of motivation. I was struggling with that because I didn't think I was good enough. I was struggling because I had many obstacles and it really wasn't promising. But the more that I watched this content trying to get myself motivated to to go and work out, because in those early days when you are not really seeing the results, what you tend to notice is that it becomes discouraging. Some days you're working out and it's good, you're making progress. You can see your strength development. You can see that you are conquering whatever exercises that you're doing, whatever workouts that you're doing. But sometimes you arrive maybe at the gym, or if you're working out at home, you you enter that space where you work out and you try to give it your all, and you just fail to produce what you're trying to produce. You just fail to hit the target that you had going in. Sometimes you don't even want to go there at all. But this thing of showing up, that's where it comes in, because it's about it's not about going there and pushing beyond what you are able to do. It's not about forcing yourself to do things that you don't like. It's about working with yourself, you know? It's about being kind to yourself and acknowledging the fact that you don't want to do said thing. And rather than just, falling victim to that momentary weakness, it's about showing up and reinforcing in your mind that habit that you so want reinforced in you, that thing that you want to become. There's this thing that I usually say at work. It fits so well here, and it's also something that I picked up on my self-development journey, that I tell the guys at work, don't practice what you don't want to become. There's there are lessons about that. Okay, there are many places where you can pick up that lesson, but I think I also picked it up, or it got reinforced by Dr. Jordan Peterson. But my point is that if you do something today, let's say you have a hard task to accomplish, but rather than do it right, you choose to take shortcuts. You take shortcuts and you get that satisfaction of completing that task. But what have you done? You've taken a shortcut into completing that task. Now, because you have taken that shortcut in completing it, that is registered in your brain. And as that is being registered in your mind, that, okay, so there's another way to do this and get the same level of satisfaction from less work. Your mind is your mind is built up in such a way that it tries its best to take the path of least resistance. So if there is a more efficient way to do something, your brain will switch to that way. It is an efficiency machine. So you have gotten that you have gotten that satisfaction of doing something in a less difficult way than you would have were you doing it right. Now that is reinforced into your brain. The next time you go to do that thing, you will be using that method that is less efficient in practicality, but more efficient in terms of conserving your energy, putting less effort into it. That is registered in your brain. And then, so I'm not sure if I'm going right with this, but what I'm trying to say is that gets built into your mind. That neural pathway is formed in your mind, and over time it will become easier and easier to take the easy way out. It will become easier to take the shortcut, and over time it will affect the quality of your work. It will change the quality of your work to match the quality of input. You get what I'm saying? So you don't want to become that person. You don't want to become the person who takes shortcuts. Now, the issue of showing up, you show up to reinforce that mentality that whether I'm feeling like working out, if we are talking about working out, whether I feel like studying, if you are trying to study, or whatever it is in your personal development journey that you are trying to really engrave into your mind, into your character, into your behavior, whatever it is that you're trying to reach. The art of showing up is about getting there and putting in that initial effort. I mean, most things you find that by starting, they have a way of giving you more motivation to go ahead with them. They're intrinsically motivating. You see what I'm saying? So you want to find such things like working out. Sometimes you start working out and you're really not up to it. You don't want to be there. You'd rather be doing something else, watching YouTube videos, watching movies, Netflix, whatever it is that you'd want to be doing at that time. When you show up, you train your mind to shut down other things. When it's like being loyal to the time slot. When you know in your daily planning that at a certain time you're supposed to be somewhere doing something, and you know there's a million different other things pulling you elsewhere, but you learn to discipline yourself to shut those things out and dedicate that time. So by showing up daily, showing up even if it's monthly, weekly, whenever, but when you start showing up to do that thing, it gets strengthened in your mind. That neural pathway gets strengthened, and then over time, that action of showing up will become a habit, and that habit produces what? Your character. That's something that psychology has explored and really proven that your thoughts determine your actions, and your actions determine your habits, and your habits determine your character. Now, I like where this starts because it starts in the mind. Another thing about showing up, you want to be authentic when you show up. You want to be showing up for the things that you truly value, the things that you want. You don't want to be showing up and really and really giving a half-baked effort, if you can get what I'm saying. Like if you are taking the example of showing up for gym, for working out, you get to the gym, and then what you do there is walk around, play music, you load the least weight possible, You know, you just squander the time, or you arrive at the gym and then you sit there and you watch videos. Yes, you have showed up here at the gym, but you are not reinforcing the things. You are not feeding your brain the information that you actually want to be there. You are not trying to get your brain excited about being there. You are not doing the things that will positively reinforce this in your mind. You are just there treating it as a hell of a time. Not hell of a time in a joyous way, but I mean like it's being in hell. We 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 actually see this with school. You went to school, you hated school, you never enjoyed school, but you showed up daily. Daily you showed up to school, but it never changed anything about you. You still hated waking up, you still hated going to school, you hated going to those maths classes or whatever classes that you hated so much, Afrikaans Afrikaans classes. And that has nothing to do with the people. I love Afrikaans people, but it was a difficult language that I saw no value in learning. According to my mindset at the time, I love all languages now, and I would be happy to learn it. That being said, moving on, you want to show up and stimulate yourself to be enthusiastic. You know, be cheerful about the thing that you're showing up for. For example, this video that I'm making right now. I'm making this video about showing up because right now I'm actually showing up. You know, I made the decision that I want to make these videos. I want to put out content and do something that's going to be helpful to other people. And look at me, I got the mic, I got the equipment, I can start making these videos, but I certainly have no faith in what I know. I have no faith in my abilities to produce these videos. I'm noticing a lot of excuses from myself as to why I shouldn't do this. But here I am, I'm doing it. You know, I had no topic, I had no idea what I wanted to do for this video. And if you'll notice, even how I'm doing this whole video, it's a totally different way. I'm experimenting, I'm trying to find my own way of doing these videos. You know, I'm showing up right now doing this video, and I'm asking you guys to show up. I actually, you know, tidied up my room, I cleaned myself up. I think it's noticeable that I did clean up. I mean, my hair, yeah, but I'm here. I'm showing up. I'm putting honest efforts into it, and I feel good doing it. I have a lot of faith for my future videos and where this whole thing is going. I'm enthusiastic about the future, and I would like to impart that to you guys. I would like to invite you to be, you know, to be more disciplined, but not in a harsh way. Learn to work with yourself. There is this philosophy of this Taoist philosophy. I'm not Taoist, but I'm a person who appreciates ideas. I'm Christian, but they have found a way to encode this message in a way that I really get. So I will not shun the idea because of its source. It's not necessarily their truth, it's just a truth that's out there. But I like how they've put it, this Wu Wei philosophy of putting effort by not putting in effort, if I may put it that way. I think that's roughly how it should be. The art of trying without trying. You find this in a lot of movies. So you want to try using the path of least resistance. Don't go too hard against yourself. You know, like I said in the example of school, we tried hard to force ourselves to go to school, but we still hated it. But there are things like when you are picking up a skill. I'm a bricklayer by profession, still an apprentice, but getting there and starting when I actually sucked at it, when I didn't understand, was a tough battle. But I had to overcome that. I had to be enthusiastic about it. And now, amongst the other students, the other apprentices which I'm there with, I'm performing the best. You know, the other bricklayers already consider me as a good enough bricklayer to start doing my trade, to start working. I am working, but they already treat me like a full-fledged bricklayer, you know, because I showed up for the thing that I want. Drawing, playing a musical instrument, it works the same way with those things too. You suck in the beginning, but what matters is that you don't beat yourself up trying to draw or play an instrument, but it's finding ways to get you to do the thing that you don't want to do. Make it more exciting for yourself. Make it whatever, just get to it. Show up and show up authentically. Show up as yourself and be enthusiastic about it. You will see great results. And that's about it. Thank you. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Please support me, and I hope we'll go very, very far together. Bye.